Welcome to another episode of Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and yeah, we're getting right back into it. Just got done with the Green River Foolproof Wheated Bourbon. Man, like I said, life's been busy. Just got done finishing up doing some trim work on my flooring from about 3 years ago. So I'm sure my wife will never see this, but if any of you ever see my wife, tell her she's amazing, because I try and tell her that all the time. 3 years of doing a flooring project, putting some luxury vinyl planking upstairs on the entire first floor, and never once did she gripe or complain about it. So, whether it was in various stages of finish, I think I actually finished putting the flooring down 2 years ago. So for the last 2 years, I've had a couple pieces of trim that I've had to do, including up against our entertainment. We have a built-in entertainment center, and then our fireplace, and then along one of the walls where that planking was kind of coming up to the edges. And then in our bathroom, we had tile previously up for the baseboard as well. So I had to kind of cut all those pieces. It wasn't a whole bunch, but the biggest thing was I had to get the stain color matched, which was kind of a process, and then cut all these pieces, stain them, clear coat them, and get all that stuff to work out without any mistakes, and then also install it without destroying the finish that I just put on it. It took me 2.5 or 3 weeks to kind of do that in amongst all the other balls I've been juggling here. But I finally got that done on, when did I finish that? Saturday, maybe? Friday or Saturday. So, there's one off my back. I still got a little bit of trim work to do in our master bedroom. I gotta cut the caulk and re-caulk some of those baseboards in there and kind of do some touch-up work on that. But luckily, I don't have to make any new trim pieces or anything like that, so that'll work out pretty good. It's kind of like the final thing that I need to do, and then the flooring will be done. So excited about that. But man, yeah, just been trying to get things going, and it's been a struggle. So that is why bourbon is our friend, right? Something like that. So out of Memphis, Tennessee, here we have Old Dominick, and this is their cask strength bourbon, bringing in at 124.47 proof, 7 years old, 62.23% ABV, aged in West Tennessee white oak barrels. Oh, and they give us our mash bill. 52% corn, 44% rye, and 4% malted barley. So, pick this up. Gosh, where did I get this? I don't even know anymore. Old Dominick. I might have got this one online. But let's take a look here. Old Dominick cask strength. I paid $64.99 for that. So $65. Yep, I got this. This was part of the ones that I got in my order from Keg and Bottle. Keg and Barrel, Keg and Bottle. Keg and Bottle. Like I said, man, what an experience dealing with those guys. They have been extremely nice, and they've always righted the wrongs, but man, it has just been a problem getting stuff. But 7-year-old, $65, cask strength, just shy of 125 proof. So we're moving up. The Green River we just did was 109. We started with 110 rye, moved into bourbon, did 109. Now we're at 124.47 with Old Dominick here. Ooh. Okay, we got a dark fruit cherry with a cherry blossom floralness to it. A dark brown sugar. Oh, what else can we put in there? The proof is kind of jumping out of the glass and biting my nostrils just a little bit. But it has a pretty robust, dark, dense nose to it. There's a lot of sweet, molassesy, dark brown sugar kind of sweet notes, along with just a sprinkling of confectioner powdered sugar on top. And yeah, just a dark, dark cherry, dark plum kind of fruit note in there, which I dig quite a bit. Really nice nose. It's setting you up. If it delivers on the taste, it's setting you up quite nice. Jumping into it. Okay, proof hits you right away. But it's kind of weird. It has a creamy, wheat, forward profile. It's kind of like it, I don't know why I imagine this, but it's like biting into a sponge, like a dry sponge that then gets moistened with your saliva. It has this weird consistency to it where it's nice and creamy and soft up front, and then it kind of dries out. Man, that is it's super good. That first sip, a lot of the experience was mouthfeel more than the different flavors that were in there. To be honest, it was probably a beat or two before I started to get any of the flavors out of it. But it was the first notes that hit you were like these really nice, delicate, sweet notes that had a creamy, dense palate to them. I mean, it was a very enjoyable experience. Very, very nice. The proof hit me to start with, which kind of threw me for a loop, but then immediately kind of disappeared as it was going into the flavor profile. And it finished not biting, not being very spicy or anything like that. I mean, it was really nice. The nose didn't really change at all. We're gonna go back into this. And we'll get you some tasting notes out of here. So up front, buttery sweet caramel. Got a little bit of pepper kind of and barrel char mixing into the middle now. Still got that creaminess to it. Finishing with like a graham cracker of vanilla. More of a dryness and spice, black pepper spiciness on the finish. Man, really good though. It is. It changed a little bit from that first sip to the second sip, but I would really love to just sit and explore this one. This one's really, really nice. Final sip, got some of that dark cherry note on up front on that one. Dark brown sugar molasses. This was a lot more sweet in there. Proof wasn't really a big deal on third sip, and then kind of finishing with that graham cracker, a little bit of black pepper. Man, that's good. That's good. It has the oak tannins that I'm not a super fan of mixed and interlaced in those flavors, but in a delicately balanced approach. So it was very approachable. I really like the way that they're actually in there on this particular bottling, because it's not like a standout finishing note, which is typically how it presents for me, and I don't really like that. So digging it. Yeah, there we go. That's a really nice $65 bottle. Again, Kagan bottle out of California, cask strength, Old Dominick, ringing in 124.47 proof, 7 years old, 62.23% ABV, out of Tennessee. Man, they're making some good stuff. So drop in the comments down below what your experience is with Old Dominick cask strength, what you can find it for in your area, if you can find it at all, or anything else that you'd like to drop a comment about. I'd love to hear. Maybe you guys got a flooring project that you've spent 3 or 4 years working on, same as me. Who knows? Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments down below, and we'll catch you in the next video. We're gonna bump up in strength one more level. So stay tuned for that video, and we'll see you there.